Hello, hello. Welcome to Collector Fusion. Looking at that is Mr. Geek Fusion, Quinn Comics, and Sif for Life.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hola.
How's
Almost
everyone doing?
stopped. Oh, yeah. Hey,
Did you said Kevin or mustache?
Kevin R. Mustache.
Ketchup or mustard? What?
My voice is jacked. I'm getting sick, so sorry.
Oh, Alpha Proto, we're, as in the title, we're starting at a new time this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody move. He's not on night out anymore because he has to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Let's just do everything that Matt wants to do.
Hey, you're the one that's been saying we need to do it earlier so you can
And I
hop
agree.
on longer.
I agree with that. I think earlier is a little bit better.
Yeah.
So it's, as Bob Ross
we
yeah.
just, anybody does anything, we got to pick on them.
yeah, of course.
That's the whole point. If your friends don't pick on you, are they your friends?
No.
You can pick your friends. And you
Okay,
can
but I got
You can't pick
hold
your
on.
friends.
I got to see the background here. Hold on. Let's see what we've got. So I see we got the Marvel. I see the DC.
DCUC?
I see Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Oh, you bastard! I see some McFarlane back there.
Yeah, I have three McFarlane back there. Trying to get my head out of the way.
Dragon Ball's there. We got the lightsabers.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
And this is all the Marvel.
Nice.
Mostly Spider-Man on this side.
You won't have to worry about seeing Marvel too long. I mean, DC for too long from McFarlane there, Matt.
That's true.
Yep.
Mm.
I'm very happy about it. I'm fine with that.
I cannot wait to see what I mean, I know it's going to be about 15 months, but I cannot wait to see what DC is going to give us.
Yeah, Mattel's.
Mattel, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are like freaking out. It's like they act like Mattel's like some kind of rinky-dink toy company. It's like they're the second largest toy company in the world.
Well, they're acting like it's the end of the world. Look, if you like McFarlane stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I like certain stuff. You like certain stuff. We all like what we like. But much as my 41 years collecting, toy lines end. Different companies take over. I mean, there's always something new.
I acting like the McFarlanes were the best thing ever, too, though. It was like,
because
McFarlane's figures are dated looking from the get-go.
Because, one, they were different. They're different scale. People like new. Nothing wrong with that. But
look what Mattel does. No pins. No giant pins.
Well, they've been doing that. When did they start doing that? About 6-7 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Before even Hasbro was doing it?
Yeah.
So, just saying.
They act like Mattel can't do anything. It's like, are you serious?
Sometimes change is good.
Yeah. McFarlane, he acts like dumb about it. Somebody asked him about pinless joints. He's like, "Oh, can you give me one? I'll look at it and see."
There's a DC Mattel figure. Look at that, no pins.
Oh, look at
and
that.
no pins in the legs either. No joint knees.
That's just Todd McFarlane doing a pinless joint over here, like nobody's ever done before because Todd McFarlane did it first. Yeah, no.
Yeah. When I brought it up to him, he literally asked him, if you can get me one of the figures, we could study it. It's like, seriously?
Right. Did you guys see the interview? The one interview he gave at Toy Fair? He sidestepped so many questions.
Well, people were using that interview to say, "See, he's going to keep making DC stuff." That's not what he said at all. That's not even close to what he said.
And he changed the subject when that guy brought up the '90s Spider-Man from Maximum series coming out. He totally changed the subject on that.
Yeah. Well, he was. I would assume with him getting to the Marvel statue stuff, he was trying to worm his way to getting making Marvel action figures.
You know what's funny is I saw this this whole 5D chess thing that's been going around the internet, which is basically like, oh, so y'all don't understand. Like McFarlane's willingly letting DC go because he's planning on going after Marvel Legends next. We're gonna get Marvel from him now. He knows what he's doing. He's doing this on purpose. Like
he will never get Marvel.
He's not getting Marvel
True.
Second, he's not that smart to be.
Wait a minute.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Yes.
Oh my God. Yep.
Okay, now I could see if he gets parts of Diamond Select, I could totally see him doing like Marvel and DC 7-inch scale figures, and then Hasbro and
That's in the realm of plausibility. Diamond Select, they are getting investors. They are selling certain sections off. If they do sell off,
There is a rumor, a big, strong rumor that was coming out of Toy Fair that he is looking at Diamond Select.
Mhm.
Well, he has
If
to
he-
now. He's got to do something.
yeah, that gives him what he wants to do the Marvel figures. He
That would be a
gets
good way for
that
him
niche Marvel line.
continue to do Marvel figure, or to start doing Marvel figures. But that'd be the only way.
Yeah.
Yep. And you could do 7-inch. We could have a 7-inch lines, and we could have 6.5-inch lines, and kind of best of both worlds, I guess.
Mistaken,
It
I think
opens up
Hasbro has,
a window for him too if he can acquire the Diamond Select.
Well,
He
the
gets the
problem,
licenses too.
the problem is that I like Diamond Select doing what they're doing. He does not like. Okay,
Yeah.
so what makes Diamond Select awesome is not their articulation; it's their paint and sculpt.
Yep.
Okay, that's where they put the money. That's where they put the effort. Now they have dropped some new figures like the Captain America, the Archangel, a few others where they've started doing better stuff with articulation. But in general, when I buy a Diamond Select figure, I'm buying the bigger ones. I'm buying Abomination. I'm buying the Hulks. I'm buying Juggernauts. I'm buying, those types of, because the paint and sculpt on those figures are like second to none. I don't care about the articulation. I care that they look fantastic standing on a shelf. And he has not proven he can do that, because paint is like Todd McFarlane's biggest fucking weakness in the last decade. Like, he does not like to paint his figures. So that, I mean, like, he's got Superman figures out there where he didn't even finish the yellow around the back of the fucking belt, the belt on the thing. Like,
that's a quality control issue thing. And the fact that they just ship it out like that and they don't correct it, that says a lot.
but the fact that it's
Well, it's
every
actually-
single
he's
one of
actually
those
doing like a
figures
production
means
run
it's
too.
not, that's not a
Painting
quality
the back.
control issue. They were told to do that. To
It's all
save
the
money
figures not
on
having
paint.
the paint on the back.
So, like, yeah, no, I do, honestly, I like Diamond Select for what they are and what they've been for the last 20 years. I like them where they fit in. And I think if McFarlane got a hold of them and tried to just do his thing like he does with DC Multiverse, I wouldn't like them anymore. Like, I wouldn't, there'd be, I mean, I don't collect most of them because I only collect the big characters anyway, because they fit in with my Marvel Legends. I would just stop collecting them at all, because I don't think he's going to do that. He's not going to, you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to make those types of figures like my Hulk and my Juggernaut and, my Crimson Dynamo. He's not going to make figures that look like that.
They'll
You know?
be hollow like he does his mega figs. They'll be like
Yeah. And that's not that's not why I buy Diamond Select.
Diamond Select, you can use them for home defense.
You can kill someone with a Diamond Select Juggernaut.
Oh, hell yeah. That and a thing, too. Woo.
The thing does a very good mimicking of a rock.
Right?
Yeah. I'm thoroughly convinced they just carved those out of rock. So
Probably. It's a brick just painted orange,
yeah. So no, honestly, I mean, if he gets Diamond Select, cool, and if he makes cool stuff, cool. But I've seen nothing that he's done in any of his other lines that would make me think that he's going to do like Diamond Select stuff or Marvel Select stuff in a way that I would actually want to buy any of it. I've seen no evidence of it.
Well, he's definitely, if by some chance he buys or invests in Diamond Select and continues the Marvel figure, they're going to be McFarlane. So he's probably going to want to do art figures based on his artwork, much like the statues, which the statues, I will say, have been selling, But I will also say this, Walmart has already clearanced out everything McFarlane.
I know. Well,
And they're not getting any new stuff either. So
I mean, so like this was, and this is I keep seeing this, and I don't know who these people are because they're just mysterious people on the internet that don't live in reality. All these people saying McFarlane's been the best-selling toy line for the last 5 years, and blah blah blah, and he makes more money pound for pound than Hasbro does on their figures, and blah. And I'm like, have you been into a Target or a Walmart in the last 2 years?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same
year he
figures
did
that are
that's
all
when he-
on clearance, and nobody's buying them. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, the year he did that, see, Hasbro has different UPC codes for everything. The year he got like best-selling toy line, he put the same UPC on everything. Yes, he rigged it.
I don't know. Look, all I know is I dumped all my McFarlane. I'm happier now. I've been collecting all the older stuff, and I had no hope that I was ever going to get anything from McFarlane I would like. And now at least there's hope. That Mattel may not make anything I like, and I may just keep collecting the old stuff like I've been doing. But at least there's hope that I'll get some stuff I like.
Well, I can tell you
I
this.
don't see any reason why Mattel would go away from the 6.5, what they were doing before.
No.
I don't. Everybody's talking about, well, everything they make right now 7-inch. No, not everything's 7-inch. Yes, the wrestling and He-Man 7-inch, but they also have Masterverse 7-inch. They also have 6.5-inch lines with the Origins. And they got the new Thundercats figures coming out. They make more than just He-Man and wrestling.
Yeah.
They're like the second largest toy company in the world.
I'm calling it right
They
now.
were
guys.
number one until Hasbro edged them out.
And
I'm
look,
call it right now, guys. I guarantee you, Mattel, wave one of their DC figures, we're going to get a Superman and a Batman. Just saying. So don't be surprised.
I would that we get multiple members of the Justice League
Yes.
because they're not dumb like somebody was.
Now, I would not be totally opposed to this, but this is just me. If they redid, but all new sculpts and molds and stuff for their DC Universe Classics line, but remake all those figures, but new, I would have no problem with that. I'd be in for every one of them. All new sculpt, all new everything, paint apps, just redo the same character selection. I'm totally in. I'm totally in with that.
Dude, I don't even care if they just pick up where they left off with DC Multiverse, because those last few waves of DC Multiverse were fantastic. And DC Multiverse did start off rough. I'm not going to lie. DC Multiverse started off rough. And in my opinion, almost all of their figures they put out based on any of the live action movies were not great. There were some good ones in there, but most of them were not good. However, by the time they were getting to like Batman Ninja Wave and stuff like that,
when they switched to the blue boxes, they got a lot better.
yeah.
But that was
Like so what I mean, like the Batman Ninja Wave, the Aquaman from the Aquaman movie wave was actually a really good wave. There was like
The only thing I hated about the Aquaman movie wave, they made the Troop Builder the freaking Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
Trench
and
coat,
they would just
feature.
Yep.
they would just
That
start
Sprint
there. I'd
figure
be
was
happy.
a fantastic
That's
figure.
better than what I've been getting from McFarlane if they just picked up right there. Well, hopefully they'll do better, but even if they didn't,
I would like to see those
happier than
prototypes.
what McFarlane was giving us.
Those prototypes we didn't get. We got Black Canary, Mammoth, John Stewart, Green Lantern, several characters. They showed us prototype form. We didn't get the Black Canary's going to come with 2 head sculpts, one of a screening head concept, a Sonic powered character with alternate head.
Oh,
No.
Screaming.
giving the people what they want? Oh, that's crazy talk.
They were going in the right direction.
Batman.
Well,
And
you know,
I wish
McFarlane
we didn't get the alternate pieces for Clayface. Remember, in part of the wave, they showed some figures, future figures they were going to make. Clayface is going to have like the mace hand and the club hand, the sledgehammer hand.
I get what McFarlane was saying a lot. You know, well, Batman sells, and I get it. You know, but there's such thing as oversaturation in the market. I mean, you can find the Batman Forever. I'm not sorry, not Batman Forever. Batman
2000X. I love the 2000X line, but anytime you go to the store, the only thing you could ever see was He-Man and Skeletor.
Yeah,
you couldn't get any of the supporting characters
back then. Yeah, but then they fixed it. But McFarlane, to this day, you can still find the Batman and Robin George Clooney Batman clogging the pegs. You know,
or it was just waves of freaking one-off stories nobody gave a crap about.
Yep.
Like that ice story that I don't even know what the hell it was, Winter's War or some shit, stupid crap. Death metal. Nobody gave a shit about death metal, anything. You know, like he was just I just want to make cool figures that I like. Well, nobody else fucking likes your shit. So what do you talk? Why?
Well, he's got the dick riders. They love everything he
does, but they're not the majority of the market.
No.
Which is why all his stuff was going on clearance all the time for like the last 2 years.
Well, if you missed out on something McFarlane, you could wait when they first hit the stores. Within a couple months, you can buy them for $3 a piece on clearance.
Yeah. That's why I think right now Walmart, they're clearancing out all his stuff, and I haven't seen any new stuff go in. I think because they already know from Toy for or advanced solicitations that this is going to be the last year for him. So they're probably like, well, declining sales, we're just not going to carry it anymore. I mean, I could be wrong. They might be getting new stuff in, but I have not seen any new stuff in quite a while.
Well, we are in the brick and mortar store, like the Lowell.
Yeah, I get with the whole Chinese New Year stuff.
I think
but, you know.
Well, here's the thing. So I think we're going to see at least 2 waves throughout the rest of this year that are completely, maybe even 3. I don't know.
I expect
at least 2 waves this year that are going to be dedicated to Superman. We know because he's already announced he's already in the process of production on a wave for the Supergirl figure from early next year. So I think a lot of what he pumps out is going to be based on marketing for the movies.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see more movie focused stuff in the next year than we're going to see comic focused stuff.
I think the comic stuff we're seeing right now
in production or pre-production or whatever.
The comic book stuff we saw at like Toy Fair and what we've seen so far probably going to be it.
I think within the next 15 months, give or take, whenever his license ends, we're going to see at least 6 waves. But they're going to come at us like crazy, and hopefully some of that DC Direct stuff. We're going to see a lot of that pushed out, and it's going to hit us all before the holidays, because he's going to want to sell this stuff before the beginning of next year. Not that his license is going to end in January. He just wants to have a good.
I will compliment Todd the fact he did start reissuing the animated series from DC Direct.
Mm-hmm. That's like crazy here.
I finally got a Batwing for less than $500.
I will say that if he got to keep the DC Direct line and keep that license, and Mattel, because he would have to license it through Mattel at that point, because Mattel got the master license, which means they would sub-license anything he wanted to make from DC Direct directly from them. If they wanted to give that to him because he's already got it set up and he's pumping out DC Direct stuff, and he wanted to continue making the animated stuff, the Batman 66 stuff, and the Superpowers stuff, I'd be fine with that, because I think those 3 lines are awesome. Now, I personally don't collect the Superpowers stuff. However, I think they're really cool. I love Batman 66. I think that stuff's great. I've got several of those figures. I've got a bunch of the DC Direct animated stuff. Those are awesome. If he wants to keep making those I'm fine with, because, I mean, the 2 lines I collect are 6-inch scale. They fit with my collection. And he's doing a good job. He's doing a way better job with those than he's doing with his DC Multiverse.
Now, that is something, though, Mattel's going to be wanting to make a kids line. I can see them actually wanting to take over the Superpowers.
That's the one. Like, I can see them saying we don't want to do the animated DC Direct stuff. I can see them saying we don't want to do 5 POA Batman 66 line. However, you're right. They would totally want to do a Superpowers line because it's more kid friendly, and they're gonna put out a kids line. They're gonna have an adult collector line, which is probably going to be 6.5 inch, again picking up where they left off, and they're gonna have a kids line. Now, I don't know if they go Superpowers or if they steal the thunder from Spin Master and go 4-inch scale and lots of play sets and vehicles and stuff like Spin Master's doing.
Line clogs the pegs at Walmart and Target, just based on the 2 that I see. I don't think. I mean, in the beginning, kids they were buying them. Now it's just like their character selection outside of Batman, Superman, Robin, Nightwing. They're not really doing any other characters. So I think that if Mattel goes that route with that, they'll probably do 5-inch figures, maybe for the kids line with better articulation.
I think the kids line works one better with movie releases. Right now.
Well, I mean, I think anything that they do, kids related, is going to tie in to the new quote unquote DC movie universe.
Yeah.
So when a Superman movie comes out, even if it's not directly Superman movie related, they're going to release a bunch of Superman kids stuff. Kids play things and vehicles and stuff like that. We just
had Toy Fair less than 2 weeks ago. They have not revealed anything for July 11th. No Superman movie toys. So what's going on with that? Is there nothing being made for that?
No, we've already got the league list. McFarlane is making. The list has already gone out of all the figures that are already in production. They will probably go up for sale. I'm guessing mid-May to beginning of June is when you'll start seeing them show up on shelves.
Yeah, because inherently, when a movie comes out, the figures are supposed to hit the shelves at retail at least a month and a half to 2 months beforehand. Because if the movie turns out to be a flop, that means they've already sold all those figures. Yeah. But if they wait until after the fact or close to it, well, I mean, there's a small margin, a window of opportunity to actually make money off those toys.
Yeah, I think because, like I said, that stuff's already been leaked out as far as what McFarlane's doing. I don't know if any other companies at this point, like Spin Master, are doing anything with it. I haven't seen anything for that. I've just seen the McFarlane list, which we saw the McFarlane list back in October of the figures that the waves he was putting out. At least it doesn't say it's by wave, but it was 14 different figures that all go to the Superman movie.
A lot of things
deluxe. So I'm assuming that's at least 2 waves, maybe 3 waves worth of stuff.
But a lot of things have also changed since this announcement. So he might have given the axe to some things, and in favor of keeping other things going. So we may not get some stuff. We may get some, but maybe not all.
Well, no, because
if we get it, great. If not,
it's Superman movie related. We will get it. He's contractually obligated with Warner Brothers to support movies that come out. He has to, just like Hasbro has to pump out crap for every crappy TV show they put on Disney Plus. They have to. It's part of their contract with Disney. McFarlane has to put out those movie figures. So none of those movie figures are going to get cut, because he would be violating his contract.
I think I saw recently too, like the teaser picture of with McFarlane. I think it's on his Facebook page where the actress is sitting in her the actress chair for Supergirl, and McFarlane logo.
Yeah, he has to put those figures out. He is contractually obligated to support any WB project related to, his license. So he doesn't have a choice. This is why Hasbro has to pump out fucking, Ray figures every time there's a movie, even though they know they don't fucking sell.
Acolyte figures.
Yeah, exactly. And they know they don't sell. Hasbro knows this. Hasbro's not stupid. Hasbro is not the one making the decision to put out shitty figures for characters people hate, right? But they have a contract with Disney that says you have to make products to support this TV show or this movie.
And more than likely, the Marvel license is tied to the Star Wars license.
Oh, most assuredly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's all.
I'm sure they would love to get the breakaway from the Star Wars license, but that means they lose the Marvel license too.
Yeah. But they'll take it, because in the end they still make a ton of money.
Constantly fails Star Wars.
Yeah. In the end, they still make a ton of money, even on the stuff. Even if you take into consideration what they lose money on, they still make a ton of money overall off the Disney license. So they're gonna eat it all up. They're going to take the bad with the good, because in the end, they still make a bunch of money off of it.
Disney is probably the best contract that Hasbro has, because they don't just do Star Wars they
have tried to get other licenses and they failed.
That Hasbro's making for them, I'm sure. So
how many gaming licenses have Hasbro tried to get and make popular? And they always fail. Because they've got Fortnite, Overwatch, and well, probably there's a few other ones I'm missing. But every time they get one of those, they fail because nobody. One, people in modern games, they don't want figures. They don't understand if you get a gaming license, get an older gaming license, like Jada did with Street Fighter. Get a Contra. I buy Contra figures. Stuff older. They don't see. They don't understand the collector market as much as they really need a collector, like, kind of consult with them.
The kids that are playing Fortnite and stuff like that right now don't care about toys.
No.
They
know that because they've put out several announcements. I mean, for several years now, they are fully aware that the majority of their action figures are being sold to people over the age of 18. They know this. Now, whether or not they have the proper consultants to advise them on how to, what to do with that information, that remains to be seen. But they are certainly aware that it is people 18, basically 18 to fucking at this point probably 55 that are buying the bulk. I think it's like 80 something percent of action figures, of their action figure lines, whether it's, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, whatever it is. They are fully aware of this. That doesn't mean they're making the right decisions based on that information, but they certainly know. So, but anyway. All right, you know what it's time for?
Judging JB? Oh, wait. Never mind.
JB, he's not here.
Oh, it's time to talk about what we got this week.
I'll go first because then I got to go first.
Okay.
I got these in here at the store. Oh, here, let me turn it around. There you go. It's the
is that Mezco? What is that?
1,000 Toys Hellboy. It's the 30th anniversary 1/12 action figure. So I got that.
1,000 toys.
Yep.
And it didn't cost $180?
No, I think it was $130, $124, somewhere around there.
You lost me on that. You lost me.
Well, but
I like Hellboy, but I don't like him $130.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you this. I got 7 of them in, 1 for me, 6 for the store. I sold my last one today, and that's from
good. I'm glad there's good because I would like. Oh, I like, again. There are some things that I like. I just don't like them that much. Like, Hellboy, I would say is like Hellboy for me. There's probably like a $50 cap, and in over $50, and I'm not buying it.
Well, it's like with Street Fighter. I always liked Street Fighter,
right now.
But all the figures for a while were $100 figures. I don't like Street Fighter that much.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, I like it.
Now we got two, and plus they were the scale. Well, SHP arts were kind of in scale, but they'd be a little too small.
Yeah.
The Storm Collectibles were too big. Jada came along with perfect Street Fighter figures. Now Storm Collectibles, like, even though they've lied since their inception and said, "Oh, our figures are 1/12 scale." No, they're not. They never have been until now. Now they got Storm Arena, and they're priced them competitively with Jada.
Yep. See, I want some like Halo Spartan figures, but the only 6.5-inch scale are 1,000 toys, and they are like $200 a piece, and they look amazing. But man,
was it Jazzwares made those ones a few years ago? The Spartans.
Maybe I know someone made one a little bit.
7 inches tall, which I think they call them 7-inch line, but that actually works for Spartans because they're 7 inches tall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was one of the few 7-inch figures that I actually kept when I was getting rid of all my stuff. Is my Halo, because it works perfectly because he's supposed to be in his suit like over 7 foot tall. So
yeah, but the ones that 1,000 Toys makes are the ones from Halo Reach, which are supposed to be a little bit shorter. So
yeah,
you would need them to be a little bit closer to normal human size. They don't have all the augmentation, but $200 is.
I really wish. I don't know. Jada maybe would or somebody would pick up Halo and really go into it in like a 6.5-inch scale and I mean, go through all the. I mean, there's tons. You know, there's the different the different generations of the Spartan suit. There's also different. I mean, start pulling the variations. Remember all the variations we had in like Halo 3 and Halo 4. All the different things you can do to the suit. You know, do that. Give us all the ODST characters, and give us the characters unmasked from like ODST and Halo 5 and Halo 6, and give us some of the Halo Wars characters, and all the Covenant, all the different varieties of Covenant that you can pump them out in and make them army builders and stuff. Like, if somebody really locked it down, I mean, you could do a lot of really cool. And I know the best line I'd seen so far is the who was it that did the last one? Jack Specific? Is that the one?
I know McFarlane did them for a little while.
Yeah, but his line.
Mattel's the last one to have them, I think.
That's a funny comment there. Alpro said, "I think the Halo brand's dead, and the show
it was these. This is the one I kept, which is what company is this? It's like Jack's Pacific or what's the one?
They had a Walgreens exclusive one of those too.
I can't remember what this one is, but this is the one. He's hurt. I mean, he's like over 7 inches tall, but he looks great with. And
they did the vac chrome on the visor too. So.
Yeah, they did the vac chrome. I can't remember. I'm completely blanking on which company made this, but it's a phenomenal figure with double jointed everything. It's got all the joints. It's a great figure.
Oh, double jointed everything, huh?
Yeah, including his penis.
Whoa, PG there, buddy. We're gonna get flagged again.
Well, yeah.
But no, we just need somebody needs like this was a good line. I don't know why. I mean, these were being sold at Walmart, but I don't remember. Why he doesn't have it on his foot? There's got to be a mark on him somewhere that I just can't see.
If it's not on the back of his the rear end of him, it might be on in the inner thigh or on the foot. It's got to be one of those three places.
Yeah, I'll find it at some point. Anyway, I don't remember. What's the other company that makes these?
Jazzwares.
Jazzware. Maybe it was Jazzware. It was either Jack Specific or Jazzware
and McFarlane. Those three companies had it.
That made this line. But because I remember finding this at Walmart, and they were actually still selling them at Walmart for a while. But that I would just need that, but more variety for maybe a company that can afford to put a little more time and effort into it.
I want to see Jazzwares pick up some more anime properties.
Dude, those Jazzwares, I mean, so far I have only seen 3 figures from that anime line. But all 3 figures are phenomenal. Now, the only one I picked up was the Chainsaw Man. But the 3 figures I've seen, which is the Chainsaw Man, the one you have, because I don't remember any of the anime stuff names, because I don't watch that. And then I saw another one just recently here, after we moved here. I saw it at the store when I was going and picking up some Dragon Ball Z figures. And they're amazing figures, dude. I mean, again, I'm not into the anime stuff, but like they call them
the total anime line. What they call it.
I mean, it's fantastic. Like it is a truly fantastic line.
The toy company I would like to see pick up any newer license that we like. Obviously, Jada Toys has been knocking it out of the park with their Street Fighter, their Mega Man, their Scooby-Doo stuff coming up. I mean, I would love to see them do some other 6-inch scale style figures, whether it's Halo, video game, TV show, movie, Marvel, DC, whatever the hell it is. I would love to see
Invincible.
them look at it and see what they can give us.
Yeah. The only thing the Chainsaw Man was missing is swapping out parts where he can be his human form.
Well, actually, I believe I just saw solicitations go through. There is a new Anime Heroes. There's one with him with the chainsaw parts, and then there's one that has chainsaw parts that you can put on. And I think that's Blood.
I think Anime Heroes is a different line.
I think that's Bandai.
Anime Heroes is Bandai. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now look, if you want to compare when it comes to that stuff, and I can only compare with the Bandai Dragon Star stuff that I have with the Chainsaw Man that I have. And I love both. They're awesome. And obviously I have a much more of a connection to Dragon Ball. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea who Chainsaw Man is other than before I bought him, I'd seen him on stuff, but I don't watch that show. I don't know what it's from. However, I will say the Chainsaw Man from Jazzwares
Total Anime Heroes
is a much better action figure than the Dragon
I'm
Stars
super
figure.
impressed how they like with crap, I completely blanked on his name. Yuji from Jutsu Kaisen. He's got high tops on, and he's got ankle pivots.
Yeah.
Built. It's like they're doing really good stuff with the articulation.
Yeah. And like I said, I love the Bandai Dragon Ball stuff. I mean, I've picked up quite a few figures at this point.
The only issue I could see I can call like a bit of a complaint with them. Wish the plastics were a little bit better quality. Because if you overflex, you'll get like stretch marks. But other than that, like they're well designed and well engineered. Just needed just a little bit upper, a higher quality.
I'll just say this: had I bought that Chainsaw Man figure before the end of the year and before I did my top 10 action figures of the year, the top 10 non-Marvel Legends, that would have been my number one. That Chainsaw Man that I have no connection to the character whatsoever would have been my number one figure of the year had I gotten it earlier.
Their Tokyo Ghoul figure
it's that good, and I don't give a rat's ass about the character.
The Tokyo Ghoul figure they got for the Total Anime line. I haven't seen it in stores yet, but I've seen pictures of it. But it looks really good.
Hey guys,
All right, Sith,
look at this.
what did you get this week?
So I only got one thing, and
Cat's
I have to. I can't pick it up because
Oh my god!
it weighs 25 pounds.
Oh, y'all, Quinn and Sif are competing on who's got the bigger toy.
Oh, mine's bigger.
I just like
what
that Optimus is like 1/12 scale.
Yes. Yeah, he's got
3
You
feet
gotta
tall.
put that with, dude, you got to put that with your G.I. Joe figures though, because they're in the same universe.
well, see, that's the problem. I have
I'm gonna
G.I. Joe
build him
figures.
I'm gonna
And they
guilt
would
him
not
into
fit.
rearranging his display.
They would the Spider-Mans would not fit where the G.I. Joes are because I have a whole bunch more Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
The Optimus has to stay there because that's the only spot big enough to hold him.
Yeah, Alfredo, that's pretty much a 1/12 scale Optimus. He's like 3 feet tall.
Oh yeah.
Blue and Reese.
Yeah.
I had that one here in the store. I bought it off of a customer, and I was going to keep it, but I had somebody else come in and because I didn't have the Megatron for it.
They made you an offer you couldn't refuse.
$600 somebody offered me for it. I'm like, done, gone.
We'll just order you another one now. It's like
This one was only $220, free shipping. It just took a month and a half to get here.
So when that guy offered me that much, I was just like, I'd be stupid to not take it because I got it really, really cheap.
Well, I'm going to open my Amazon box right now.
Do it.
So I did go through and put all the batteries in, and that was that took longer to put the batteries in than it did to transform them.
I bet. It's got a lot of lights. Plus, you got to like partially disassemble and transform it, put the batteries in.
14. It took 14 button batteries.
By the way, did I put the right music on?
I think so.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Top
I
one.
got here first, so I was like,
You got everything set up.
yeah, I was like, which one?
Fabian Cortez.
Ooh,
We need more.
Audio.
Definitely need more acolytes. The sad part is, X-Force Cyclops is part of this wave, and the rest of the X-Force team and that team are going to be Target exclusives. New Ultimate Wolverine. The one time I actually wanted a Wolverine variant, and it's like I kind of wish they put a Build-A-Figure piece in this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the figure that they don't put a Build-A-Figure piece in, they should put an accessory for that Build-A-Figure.
That would be nice. Or
If Hasbro's listening, you can send me a check for that idea.
yep.
well, they'd like, or we can give you nothing and still charge you the same and make more money.
That'll work too.
Yeah. You guys charge you for the extra air in the box.
There you go.
That I've had this for a while. I keep mentioning it. It's like I keep forgetting to grab it. This is the Rogue and Destiny 2-pack. Technically, I didn't get it this week, but I will open it. It's been sitting on the counter for weeks.
We got.
Wheel on sale, and so I went and grabbed it. Hello.
So that they could give her barrel eggs, but they couldn't give Goblin Queen barrel eggs.
Because reasons.
Well, my articulated feelings are hurt, so.
Yeah, did you also look at that pre-order I sent you? I laughed at the accessory pack.
The which one?
The accessory pack I sent you pictures of on Facebook.
The blood ones, yeah.
There's other blood. Other than the blood ones, there's ones like a cracked up. You'll know which. It gives you articulated. You need to go look at it now.
I'll have to go look at it. Yeah. now my interest is piqued.
It's where I don't really want to show them the show. Well, we already got the. Apparently, somebody was flashing me when I went to the restroom last week or something other because he got flagged as porno.
Well, the chat asked, so I had to comply. So
I only picked up old stuff this week.
Like Bert and Ernie?
The first thing that I picked up came in broken. Now, the dude gave me a refund and said, just keep it, that's fine. And so I can fix it. I'm still disappointed that it came in broken. But I got the DC Direct Superman reactivated figure. But his hand is down there in the bottom, and the peg broke.
Yep.
And it wasn't like that in the pictures. He's like, dude, sorry, I don't know what happened. It must happen in shipping. He sent me a refund, said, don't worry about it. You don't have to
probably all brittle as much sun damage as that's got.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm gonna crack it open and see what I can do with it. But I picked that one up. I picked up the DC Direct Superman Bizarro, which I've been wanting to pick this one up for a long time. I just like the way this one looks.
Yeah.
I love the way that one looks.
Classic Bizarro.
Yeah.
Which
pick this one up. This is like outside of like maybe like, you know, Mafex or something. This is the black suited Superman I've been wanting for a long time. So I finally picked him up. It's from the same line as the Bizarro.
Oh, nice.
It's
I
regret never getting that line. Those are great looking figures. They don't have much articulation, but they just
not much on articulation. A little bit here and there. They do have thigh cuts and so they've got a little more than the average.
Well, some of the articulation makes no sense. It has thigh cuts, but T-jointed hips, which
it's weird, but I don't put my figure. As you can tell, I don't put my figures in crazy poses. I like
great head sculpt though, and the fact that the S shield is 3D too.
Yeah. And now that I've got him, I kind of want to pick up the rest of them from the Return to Superman line or Reign of the Superman.
Yeah. The steel can get pretty pricey.
Yeah, I was looking him up. He's not cheap, but so I got him.
Is that the same line as the Cyborg Superman?
Yeah.
The one I've got the DC Direct Cyborg. The one that's like $100.
I mean, there is a Cyborg Superman in this line. I don't know if it's the same one you have.
I think you do have that one too.
And then what I was most happy with this week was I got the 5-pack Green Lantern. So been wanting these DCUC 5-pack.
You've been wanting that guy forever.
I mostly just wanted because I wanted Guy Gardner. But dude, this thing was $70.
Dude, that's cheap.
Dude, that's $12.50 a figure. Like
that's close to what it was retail.
Yeah, it was $70. I think I paid $12 shipping, but still,
I got that set for $10 clearance at a Walmart.
I mean, dude, like Yeah, this is the thing I'm most excited about picking up this week because I've been wanting.
I don't know if it's the same, but if that Hal Jordan's the same one that I got DCUC, be careful. The legs are brittle.
Oh yeah, no,
very brittle.
So this is the classic one. The one I've got is the more modern one without the green trunks, but they're the same figure just with slightly different paint. So yes, I'm aware. But yeah, this is the more classic looking Hal Jordan. The one I've got is the more modern one without the green shorts.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Oh, you've got this one exactly. Yeah,
and his leg broke. I had to super glue it back in.
Yeah, I would recommend, and what I'm going to do with all these figures is as soon as I take them out of the package, they're going to get hit with a blow dryer for a very long time to soften all the joints up. And what it is because DCUC and DC Direct used mostly ABS plastic, which if you are, if you're a vintage G.I. Joe collector, which I am, you know that ABS just becomes brittle over. First of all, it's brittle more in the first place than
certain
PVC.
colors. It happens to more so.
Yeah.
With DCUC, apparently it's green.
Yeah,
and certain shades of blue.
So ABS is already a more brittle plastic, so it is always good when you buy these older figures to heat them up really well, move the joints around. I would even recommend if you have a good just an oil, just pure oil with no other, like not WD-40 that has a bunch of other chemicals in it, because that'll eat paint off. But a little light coat on a paper towel of oil over the surface to kind of soak into the surface of the plastic because it's older. It's going to help maintain the life of the figure. I've just gotten used to that because of collecting old G.I. Joe figures. So I know for some people, they're like, I don't want to buy shit that's going to break. That's cool if you don't want to, whatever. I know there's more maintenance to them. I get it. I've been, collecting, if you want a G.I. Joe figure, you don't want cracked crotches and broken thumbs and shit like that. There's stuff you learn to do to your figures to make sure that it doesn't happen.
Crotch.
Yeah. So
yeah,
you hate it when you crack a crotch, but it's just that's what happens when you deal with ABS plastic. ABS plastic is way more delicate than PVC. This is why old G.I. Joe figures are broken far more than old Star Wars figures, because Star Wars figures, other than the torso piece, were all PVC plastic, which is just solid plastic. That's why they last longer. So,
yep.
But anyway, I'm very happy to get those figures. So I'm going to do videos on all of those. So, but yes,
I was looking at Walmart Collector Con. Oh, guess what? McFarlane is doing a Batman Multiverse Dark Knights Death Metal Jokerized Gold Label figure.
Oh my goodness! So
pile of shit.
Oh my gosh, Mattel's going to take over back over the line, and we're not going to get those awesome figures.
Oh no! Oh yeah. Oh, Aaron, hey, yeah. No, the oil thing. Honestly, what I would recommend, if you want to know the truth, and what I've used for many years with old G.I. Joe figures and stuff, is rim oil. You can buy it at at Walmart. It's over in the gun section for anybody that doesn't know anything. Rim oil is a gun oil, but it's just an oil. That's all it is. It's not like WD-40 or a lot of other stuff that has a bunch of other chemicals in it. But you got to remember, plastic, it's a petroleum product. And so it also has pores, and if you add oil to it, it will soften the surface of the plastic and make it less likely to break and become brittle, especially when it gets old. So a little bit of oil. You can even use cooking oil. If you rub cooking oil on it, like I'm just plain old like corn oil, vegetable oil, something like that, you can rub that shit on your figures.
And it's actually healthier than eating it.
It is healthier than eating it, that's for damn sure. But like any kind of pure oil that doesn't have a lot of other chemicals in it, put it on anything old. It's going to help it last longer, keep it more likely from breaking and shit. And then always on old figures, especially that have still been in the package for 20 fucking years or more, always heat them up with a blow dryer before you fucking go moving them around. So, yeah.
Yep, Superboy learned that problem. I agree with that coup.
It's true. I like oiled up soldiers.
Oh, I just wanted to address too, Mr. Scary. We were talking about a while back where Matt moved to the Eastern time zone and working early shifts, but easier on him if he start an hour earlier. Plus, we're in a less crowded time slot too. There's so many people that do Friday streams.
Yeah. It puts us on an hour earlier than everybody else, so that way we can actually like talk to people.
We get an hour more of Quinn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More Quinn is always good, Quinn.
That is true.
So
The best Quinn is the most Quinn.
we do have the Collector Con stuff. Now, I will tell you right now, I went through this the other day, and the only thing I ordered was Spider-Man. It is a TV series and movies. They did movies too that I used to watch as a kid. Plus, it is literally called Spider-Man 77. Jared, you know why that's important. So there's no way I was not going to buy this. It is basically the same buck as that Japanese Spider-Man that's just been tweaked and redecoed. And yes, by the way, Mr. Scary, yes, it would. Yes, it will work for auto interior. So yeah. I have used vegetable oil. I've used vegetable oil on auto interiors and on like outside plastic pieces to bring color back to them. Like, you know, you get those plastic strips around your bumper that go gray and stuff like that. It actually works on that too. Anyway, I didn't care about anything else that was offered at Collector Con. I don't collect Black Series anymore. Ghost Spider, Spirit Spider, whatever the hell this thing is. Like, I know what it's from because I played that game. That's not from the comics. I don't care about this at all. Like,
it looks kind of cool, but they could use a better buck.
Yeah, this was not anything that I cared about. And this was the only other thing that tempted me, just because it's you know what I mean? Like, it's Invisible John Cena. I don't collect wrestling figures, but it's kind of cool. I didn't buy it. The only thing I pre-ordered was the Spider-Man.
No, we didn't order the Dragon. I don't think anybody here ordered the Dragon. Did anybody wanting to drop $1,000 for a Mythic Legion's Dragon?
No.
Mm-mm. I do need the Kit Fisto.
I will say
I do like the updated 501st.
I will say these are kind of cool. You know what I mean? The 4-pack of the old school Playmate stuff. There's some cool stuff here, but in the end, like, for me, I'm Jared. I'm sure you ordered these, didn't you?
Actually, I didn't. I have the originals.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
There's your McFarlane figure.
Oh, the Berserker.
Yeah, it comes with a lot of guns, though.
It does come with a lot of guns again, but it just gets back into that like 7-inch scale. So I don't.
Of course, the guns are in scale for the figure, but
they look like they look like they're in scale for 6-inch, but like everything else he makes, that's an accessory to one of his figures. But there is some cool stuff at Collector Con. For me personally, it's just the Spider-Man was the only thing I was interested in, so I pre-ordered that just because I'm a Spider-Man fanboy.
I just wish Mattel would have the balls that they do, especially doing Ultimate Edition. Steve Austin, give him the fingers.
Yeah, I will say this again. I'm not a wrestling guy.
Give him an unlabeled beer can so we can do the beer drink. But
the John the you can't see me Invisible John Cena is kind of cool. Like,
He's a good stand for Drax the Destroyer.
I don't know where I would put this dude in my collection, but it's kind of cool. I gotta admit.
I still find it was funny that what Mattel did with the Legion of Superheroes, the Invisible Kid, they just let the empty slot.
Dude, that's hilarious. And then they listed it as like an 11-pack or whatever it was, counting him.
Yep.
Even though he's not even there, but anyway, yeah, there was some cool stuff. I was digging it. It's just not a lot of stuff that I'd want to spend any money on. So that's the thing. I mean, and to be honest, where's the G.I. Joe? What's his face? Dr. Ball. Yeah, whatever his name is. I'm gonna call him Dr. Crystal Ball because he looks like Doctor Strange. Anyway, I honestly don't care about that character at all. Like, if I sold out
immediately.
Yeah, when I went to order the Spider-Man, because I ordered, he was still in stock, but I didn't buy him because I wasn't. I don't really care about that figure. Like if I come across him at some other point someday, who knows? Because by the way, every time Walmart does a collector con, these figures always become available later again after about 3 to 6 months. Every time. For like the last 5 years, every time they've done a collector con at Walmart, this is not your last chance to buy these figures.
Not to mention, too, a lot of them end up going to the Big Bad Toy Store in a few months, too.
Yeah, exactly. So
last year I was bummed because they had those Motu Origins figures for CollectorCon, and the bots bought them as soon as it went live. The bots bought them all up, and nobody got any.
Yeah,
but then turn around a few months later, they're up for they haven't filled the order up, but they'll go up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe at some point I'll pick up Dr. Crystal Ball, but he's just not a character I have any connection to whatsoever or care about at all, really. So
last year's CollectorCon figures of G.I. Joes, they sold out immediately, and then they came back in stock.
And the year before that was we had the mole rat. Was it mole rat? What the fuck were they called?
Mole rat.
Mole rat. And then the one of my favorite G.I. Joe classified figures of all time, which is Big Ben. Big Ben. I keep him in his prepper face mask because that's one of my favorite all-time G.I. Joes ever is Big Ben. He's awesome. That was also Walmart Collector Con. But no, they put some good figures. I mean, Walmart's gotten a lot of good figures in Marvel.
Tunnel Rat wasn't exclusive. It was those zombie.
The zombie, whatever. The zombie ones, yeah. But again, they came in, they sold out, and then 3 months later, they were available again. So if you missed it, it's fine. I mean, it just means you won't get it in that first wave of releases, but you can get it again. It's not that big of a deal. So
don't go to eBay and pay $75.
No, do not do that.
Charge it for you.
Do not do that. It's not worth it. So,
you know, it is cool that he comes with a Cthulhu head.
Yeah, he does. I think we've seen a bunch of this stuff. This is McFarlane stuff again, showing off. Like, I mean, again, it's McFarlane. Does any of us really care? No, but somebody in the audience might. I will say I do like the Killer Croc. He looks pretty cool. It was really the only one I saw that I was like, yeah, that might actually still fit in with my 6-inch collection. Just because, you having a big, massive Killer Croc would be kind of cool. Classic, Justice Society, Dr. Fate, which I know a lot of people wanted. Mm-hmm. So that's good.
Now,
if you're
I will say this with McFarlane, I would like to see Mattel carry on the soft goods capes.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they will, yeah.
I wonder how long it'll take Hasbro to join that.
You got Two-Face, looks fine.
That's
a pretty good looking Batman.
That Two-Face is horrible looking. The color scheme is like way off, man. You like that?
Oh, this is kind of like a 70s Silver Age version.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's based on something other.
Yeah, it's based off. I think this is based off of his look from what was the artist in the late 70s that was taking Batman in a darker direction? Fuck, I forget his name.
You're not narrowing it down.
I know. Well, no, because remember in the early 70s, they were very much mirroring the TV show. Batman was like a fucking fun, campy comic book, and then that artist and writer came in like the mid to late 70s and started making him dark again, and they started doing like really dark stories in Brave and the Bold and stuff like that. Like long before Frank Miller got a hold of Batman, they started doing that stuff in the 70s, and this was like that era of Two-Face, I believe. So,
okay,
but Batman looks fine, but it's literally the same thing we've seen with like wrinkly boots for some reason. I don't know. Again, it's whatever. But the cloth good cape looks good.
Hey, but it will sell.
This dude looks okay. I mean, it's just a redo of the Constantine figure, which It's fine.
It works.
Glasses look stupid, but
It's young Gordon.
it's an okay reuse, I guess. So he's a little too. For me he's a little too tall and lanky for Commissioner Gordon. But whatever. Hawk Girl, I think they did a good job. The Hawk Girl's probably, other than Killer Croc, is probably the best looking figure here, I think.
Those wings, man. Good Lord. Considering what Marvel Legends have given us, those wings need some help, man.
They do, but it's still a good looking figure.
Oh, the
I like
figure's
the head
great.
sculpt.
I'm not saying the figure's not good, but those wings, man.
Yeah. But this is one of the few figures where the diaper doesn't distract from the sculpt.
Mhm.
This figure, although my fear would be, if I was going to collect these, is that much like the the Power Girl that came out, this figure may be way too big. That Power Girl figure was ridiculous. Have you seen pictures of her with other figures? It's insane.
Yep.
It's like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was too big.
Yeah. So, but I do think in general, it's a good looking figure. I like what they did with the sculpt and everything, and it's a good modern Hawk Girl. This is trash, but
That's the Jeremy Irons Alfred.
Yeah, and it's trash. This
and
is just,
people talk about go back to Jeremy Irons. It's one of it can be pointed out on a lot of his figures. The figures are not proportioned anatomically correct.
no.
Look at the tiny head, short arms, long thick legs.
Dude, he's got
figure matches.
He's got a 6-inch scale upper torso from the waist up.
Yes.
That is a 6-inch scale figure with huge legs and feet. That's what that is. And McFarlane has done this
there you go.
many times.
It's he's selling us kits. We got to buy this one to give those legs to Jim Gordon.
There you go. See, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Swaps and stuff. It probably would look way better if you swapped the legs and crotch pieces on those two figures. It'd probably look a lot better. Both of the figures would look better. Cowboy Batman, I could give a rat's ass.
Yeehaw!
Like,
wow.
the only good thing I see about this figure is I do like what they did with the coat.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what that material is. It could be
looks like
trash.
vinyl.
It does look like vinyl. It kind of reminds me of the old vinyl Jawa capes.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. It's exactly what it looks like in Star Wars.
Yeah, it does. Except for the fact that on the inside here, it looks like there's a soft material on the inside. So I'm thinking this is thicker than those old school
I believe
ones.
so.
It might be that leather material where it looks like leather on the outside, but there's a little thin layer of cloth on the inside.
Yeah. But regardless of what it's made out of and whether or not it's durable, I think it looks good.
I think it's Alfredo's right. It's straight up Jonah Hex with a Batman head.
Yeah.
That's
They
the
just
chest,
painted
the
the-
button-up shirt. They just painted the Bat logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, an assortment of figures. If you're still collecting this trash, there you go.
What happened to the Superman figures? I saw 3 or 4.
I fucking don't know, dude.
I saw a Kingdom Come Superman that looked pretty decent.
Such a thing.
But
I don't
I just committed to not buying them, and then they released 3 more, and I was like, "Damn, they look good."
I'm trying to give McFarlane his due here and show off his new stuff. He's got some new Spawn figures here. I'm not familiar with either of these versions of Spawn. This is a kind of a cool looking character, but honestly, when I look at it, I just see something that I could like repaint into something else because it's a cool looking sculpt. I
got
color
some nostalgia with Mattel too. This is the very first custom action figure I made. I still have it on my shelf. It's covered in dust right now, but
oh, nice.
I combined a Toy Biz Cyclops with a Black Hand. I resculpted the chest.
I mean, I'd kind of like to put an Iron Man head on this fucking thing right here and then just paint him up in the red and gold. I don't know. That's when I look at this figure, that's all I see is something I could do a custom out of. So
It looks like a bot you could have Mega Man fight.
yeah, it does. It's a cool looking figure. I just don't know what it is, and I don't really care that much about Spawn. So, this just looks like Iron Man Spawn. That's literally all this is. I don't know what Rat City is. but it's just Spawn in an Iron Man suit.
Series that McFarlane created.
Is it supposed to be Spawn in an Iron Man suit? Because that's exactly what it looks like.
It's if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's an amputee, and that's nanotech that is bonded with him, but it's infused with Spawn's necroplasm powers from the past. So this is set up into the future. So
it's a Spawn Iron Man suit, is what it is.
It's a cybernetic, supernatural tech Spawn of some sort, I guess. I don't know how to classify it, but the book's been doing pretty decent, you know. And
it's going to have a lot of spikes on it.
It's Iron
Spawn. If it don't have spikes on it, it's not cool.
Yeah. That's true. I mean,
anyway,
it's looking pretty good.
The figures look good. I like both of them. I have no connection to them. I won't buy them, but I can acknowledge they're both good looking figures. I do like them. Like I said, the one I look at and I think that would be cool to do a custom out of.
That one I'm not going to buy, but the Rat City Spawn, I'm definitely going to order those for the store. I'm sure they'll sell.
With the Elm, the other one fits in with Mega Man. Period. It's a Mega Man villain.
Well, there's good news. McFarlane's gonna have a whole lot more resources to pour into Spawn figures soon.
Well, he should be making more Spawn stuff. You know, he's kind of lapsed in that.
Well, he has, but I mean, to be honest, like, look,
I remember the interview. He had to be convinced to make figures of his own property.
Well, here's the thing.
When it comes out, I'll start making figures again.
Okay, so
where's that
I'm sorry, and I read Spawn back in the 90s, and I liked it, and I think the character's cool, and I love the 96, 97, whatever it was, Spawn movie. It's a highly underrated movie. And I like Spawn as a character. And I get they've done a lot with Spawn in 30 some odd years, and a lot of characters have come out of Spawn, okay, but you cannot support a fucking entire toy line, damn near an entire company, off of one comic book. You just cannot. And he's got to know this at this point, which is why he was, went after DC and why he goes after other things. There's absolutely no way, like, yes, keep making this stuff and make more of it if it'll sell.
I want to give a little piece of advice for McFarlane. Stop getting anime properties. You suck at making anime figures. You can't. They're just terrible.
No, and also, I mean, I've never bought any, but I see them.
Mind that for the better part of a decade, we didn't get that much Spawn stuff from him as far as figures go. Once in a while, once in a blue moon, we'd get a Spawn figure.
He had to be convinced.
In the early 2000s, he quit for a good 10 years making Spawn figures regularly.
So his first foray back into making Spawn figures was the Mortal Kombat one.
See, and he wrote that mold to death. We had it in yellow, we had it in blue, we had it in regular, we had a Target exclusive with an axe or a sword or whatever the hell it came with. The Call of Duty Spawn, and I've had those here sold like that, and I've got more people asking for them. That's it. Give us some more of that stuff. Give us some more figures. Give us a fully cloth king.
Here's a crazy idea. Make Spawn figures based on your original comic book.
Now, that 10th anniversary Spawn he came out with in the early 2000s, that was fully posable. It's a damn good figure, and re-release that. People still want it.
He first fought Overkill. Overkill kicked his ass because he didn't want to use his powers because he had like the limit. If he used his powers, he died sooner. So he had to go get guns. Make that Spawn with all the weapons and the guns.
I agree.
And make Overkill, or Overt Kill, whatever you call him now. But he was Overkill back then. Make what he looked like in his first.
Yeah, the original comic, which they did a great figure of that back in '96.
Yep.
In that first or second wave.
Better yet, give us some new updated movie figures from the old movie in the 90s.
There you go.
Give us all new movie figures. Give us a John Leguizamo likeness for the clown. Give us a Al Simmons. Give us a Jason King. Give us a Spawn. Give us all those.
Yeah. And when he makes his figures now, he makes like his new updated versions in the comics. Like when he made Violator, he made like the big hulked out Violator. People want the spindly, crazy looking Violator from the 90s.
Yeah.
I know it'd be hard to do like a figure to stand on its own with those limbs, but
that was a bendy figure back in the day, the original one. You know, and then the one he made in that deluxe box, that one was nice, but it couldn't stand up by itself. Now, it would have been nice if you would have had a figure stand to literally stick up that figure's butt to kind of hold it up. Kind of like NECA did with the Spider Gremlin. You know, they did a metal rod and right under his stomach, so it'll hold up.
It's not like he couldn't do that. He did that with Dune, with Baron Harkonnen. I had that figure. It was a huge Baron Harkonnen figure with a stick straight up his asshole. That's how he stood up. That's what the figure was.
Well, maybe he should take it out of his own rear and put it in his figures.
He should. He should. All right, let's get to some cool stuff here. Some stuff I want to show. I found this. I thought this was a cool custom, cool kit bash for Havoc. Thought that was good. I liked what they did there with this guy here, and he's got him a bunch of poses with some. It's very, very cross. You know, obviously he repainted the jacket, and I'm blanking on whose legs those are, but
actually, he didn't do anything to the jacket. That's just swapped over to it. It's black with a little bit of blue highlights from the original figure.
What?
So
No.
Yeah.
No, I've got the figure right there. It's blue. I'm looking at him right now. The jacket's blue. He
Mine's
painted
black.
that.
Mine's black.
Mine has I don't know if you can see it. Mine has a shiny blue paint on it.
Just the blue on the top of the jacket's blue.
On top of the jacket, inside the collar, and the rest of it has kind of a blue highlight on it.
Yeah, but the only thing he painted was he didn't paint anything on that jacket.
Well, he removed all the blue from in here then, and removed all the blue highlights.
On the inside of the collar, I can see it. I don't have my glasses on.
Well, you son of a bitch. It looks different than mine. Mine has way more blue on it. I can see shiny blue all over mine.
You still got the inside the lapels through here. I can see the blue in the picture.
Right,
are you blue colorblind?
No, I'm not. God.
I think it's white and gold. So
is the dress blue or is it yellow?
Anyway, it looks good. I like that kit bash. And then I saw this. This was an awesome custom. I don't know who made it, but somebody's doing a custom Black Lightning out of a DC UC figure.
See, can you imagine right there? Hold on. Imagine what Mattel's going to give us. If they give us stuff like that, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I like this a lot. I mean, I'm not paying $150 for it, but dude did a good job.
But imagine if Mattel started giving us this type of stuff now. That's their line is going to be knocked right out of the park. It's going to home run big time.
I like it, man. I don't know what figures they made this out of, but
they're doing
regular DC Universe classics. There's
really nice paint on
on that one.
So we can expect some really nice paint on the DC figures.
Mm-hmm.
But that looks awesome.
If they take their original buck from a few years back and just retool it a little bit, DC will be competing with.
Not going to that level, but they are putting nice paint details on their figures now.
Mm-hmm.
But custom is different. Like custom, they go like extra miles. But they will be doing more paints, apps, and stuff like that. They won't be just raw plastic. Oh, if you really, this Mayfix, man, doesn't have any shading. It's just raw plastic except for the S and the red on his belt loops, and he painted his face. That's all paint on this figure. The paint on the boots, they're just painted red down the calves. So there's a little bit of shading on the red, but most of the figure don't have shading. Look, the red's about the only place they got shading on it. The blue, I don't see any.
The Nightwing kind of had a Injustice vibe to it.
I don't know who this character is. He just looks cool. Obviously, it was made from a Man-Thing figure. I don't know who it is, but he looks awesome.
I think they were just having fun. It kind of looks like
Probably. I love this Ghost Rider here.
Is that Scorpion?
Yeah, that's Scorpion, and then this Ghost Rider here. I don't know. Like, it's got texture to it. I wish I could blow it up bigger.
I think it's like King of Hell Ghost Rider.
Yeah, it's awesome looking.
Got a crown.
Yeah, it's an awesome looking figure, and he's got the texture like all over the all over the musculature. This kind of like, I don't know, almost like a Spawn movie like texture on the surface of the suit. I love that. I think he did a great job on that. And then of course he did some Spawn figures. Obviously this is that Venom figure.
Movie Venom.
Yep. Same thing here. Got I don't know, maybe you know who these people are. They look anime. I have no idea. I just know they look cool. I don't know who they are.
It looks like Gohan's head.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then back to Aquaman and Nightwing. So cool customs there. I'm going to go through them. I love this Hawkman right here.
With He-Man's armor?
Yes. I love it. He's even got he's got He-Man's mace, his chest armor, and that's a He-Man arm brace there, which goes perfectly with Hawkman.
Might be a little big though.
Just stop being so picky.
A little too much.
Stop being so
good
picky.
though.
It looks good.
It doesn't look bad. I'm just saying, choices.
Christ. So picky. Okay, Jared has reason to be picky because he makes some fucking amazing shit. Nobody else has a reason to be picky. Come on.
I'm just critiquing what he could have found on a smaller bracer.
And I think he could have found a smaller.
I like it. I think it looks awesome. I think the dude did a good job with his.
I think he didn't do a good job. Just choices. That's all.
I bet the wings are from that line. Mattel did for like wrestling figures. Mattel reused those wings a lot. They actually had a line like build your own wrestling figure, and one of the accessory packs had that wing pack. And I bet that's what that is.
Yeah, those are the same wings from Universe Classics.
Yep. They use it, the DC Universe Classics.
Well, they're awesome, and kudos to Kevin Rossell.
It's cool. Kitten Bash mashup. Custom.
I think it's great.
Thing I will not buy because it's the wrong scale, but damn, does that look good.
I saw that. And it's like,
oh. Yeah, I want more pictures. It looks so good. That is a great looking Connor McLeod. I wish somebody could do some Highlander figures in 1/12 scale instead of 1/6. I just don't collect figures that big. And it's probably more money than I'd want to spend anyway, but that's awesome looking. I love the way that thing looks.
Never say never. I mean, somebody will probably end up making it.
Let's see. We got somebody kit bashed a kind of modern.
That looks good.
U.S. agent. He went through the list somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Well, what he used. So, comic U.S. agent top torso, MCU U.S. agent for the legs, groins, and gauntlet, Ultimate Captain America for the boots and belts, Night Thrasher forearms and elbows, MCU U.S. agent for the helmet, and with some sculpting on it. And it's a very modern, militaristic, tactical-looking U.S. agent.
I play with toys. I'll get to that here in a minute.
I like this one. I like it. Not the greatest paint job, I'll be honest. However, the parts that were used to slap him together look fantastic. So,
which I'm surprised they didn't do a modern U.S. agent. Especially, I would have bet money they were going to do a modern U.S. agent when they gave us Venomized Captain America. I even said it when I reviewed the Venomized Captain America because they made those forearm gauntlets and new boots that had nothing to do with Venomized Captain America. That was not part of the look of the character in the comic whatsoever, but they did look like modern U.S. agent gear.
Yeah.
But then they turned around and gave us a classic U.S. agent. It's like, did you forget you made those parts?
I think they do, honestly. So, this one's pretty cool. Somebody made a pretty damn good Rhino out of armored Batman from McFarlane.
Scale-wise, though, it kind of works too. If we
it does.
With Marvel
Legends. I think it works great. That's because that's a big Rhino. I like it. That's great. That's a great job. I don't know where that. I don't know what head sculpt that is, honestly, or if that's.
I think he sculpted it. He turned the Batman head into that. Just really good sculpting.
Yeah, looks good, man. Great job on that one. And then lastly, Jared, I know you will appreciate this as much as I do. Look at that.
Oh,
What the hell is that?
that's the Gunstar.
Yeah.
Is that from the last Starfighter?
Yes.
Oh my
God. A
That is
112 scale.
size. 112 scale?
Yep. 112 scale Gunstar.
3D printed?
Oh, it's
3D printed?
gorgeous.
It's a ship modeling group, but he probably 3D printed lots of parts on it.
Wow, that is impressive.
It's my
Wow.
favorite spaceship of all time.
I want that movie. I don't want it redone. I just want them just take that original movie and replace, get very competent CGI animators,
Yeah.
redo all the CG in that movie, and just remaster it, redo those scenes, and re-release it.
Yeah.
I would go watch it in a theater again. Well, I didn't get to see it in the theater as a kid, but if it got released and remastered with new effects, I'd watch it in a heartbeat. I go to watch it in a theater or more than once, because it's just a great movie. The story still holds up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, such a great job. Oh, I
Nice.
love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, that's all I have.
Last Starfighter's on Blu-ray on Amazon for $8.98.
Well, that's what I would say is, like, I'd love to see the CGI all redone, like where it's like one of the first movies that had like a really push like CG in the movies, all the space battle stuff. If you could do that, remaster that with like new space battle scenes, it'd be best movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
really-
let's jump in a time machine and go back to 2008, and then have them do it then, because CGI looked really good in 2008.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Modern CG artists are not the best anymore than for the. This is one of the monster characters. This right here. I saw this. This had Matt's name all over it. This is 3 3/4 inch O-ring figures.
Oh, look at that.
War hell.
Oh, see, you get a little display going up with G.I. Joe fighting some fucking zombies. That's awesome.
These things look great. First Monkey Fiction was talking about the pick note, folks. So we're super excited this one. And yeah, these things look great. Grindhouse Toys.
Yeah, those look awesome.
I want to like. Oh, there's a chainsaw one. These things look really good. And on the other monsters were on the screen, we saw the Monster Force. With First Monkey Fiction, they're teamed up with Big Bad Toy Store. They're producing this line together. We get their version of Frankenstein. They call it what do they call this one? The Donner Party. Because it's made out of the Donner Party. It remains. The paint, sculpt on these things look really good. They're working with Gridiron Studios for all the weapons, so the weapons look very realistic. Nothing out of proportion. I've had some more pictures of stuff coming out. You got their Invisible Man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that a lot. You got the crazy paint detail on that too. These are $32.99, I believe. That's a lot of paint and a lot of detail. They look great. Washes on everything. Get muzzle flashes.
Party on, Darth.
Oh, this one looks good. Everything they're doing looks great. And I got some of their figures. I picked up 2 of their figures. I got their Dracula and their Van Helsing. I like them. They look nice, and they're customizer friendly. You can actually pop them apart, mix and match parts. So they're really cool. I like them a lot. And we got 5K orders, pre-orders. We get.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that Negan.
That's what they call him, the guy with the bat. These are not licensed figures, but this is 1/12 scale.
He got a reunion this week with Glenn,
Yes, we did with on
Invincible.
Liam versus Negan. Can almost get the other way
2.0.
around this time around.
Results were very similar, though.
Yes. And this is hilarious. They call him Zombie Killer. I wonder who this is. It kind of
They should just call him the sheriff. You know,
it even comes from a comic book head too. That's cool. This looks familiar. I'm not quite sure who this is.
He looks familiar.
Now this one's actually in
there's a
stock.
button on his back. You know that, right?
Do what?
If you push the button on his back, he goes, "Oh,
Coral.
Coral."
They actually got it right there. The zombie there on the first slide. They got it. They misspelled it. Well, this is actually what Rick looks like in the comics.
They need to have a removable hand for him.
That's what I was getting ready to say. That he's
Yep,
actually
with a bandaged up nub. Yep.
I got an X-Acto knife. It'll work.
He might have it. No.
You could always get some what's that? Teflon tape, and just go around it. That's it. That'll work.
What's interesting, instead of swappable at the wrist, they actually swap at the elbow.
Well, here's the thing: if you've got two right arms, honestly, if I was to get that figure, one of those extra right arms, I would just cut the hand off and wrap up.
Yep.
Frogs. You want to pre-order some frogs?
Half scale.
That's the
Frogs.
Hypnotoad from Futurama. Ooh.
Nah.
I mean, they look good, but I don't know what I would do with a half scale toad.
You know, 12 scale
Scare
guts.
the hell out of my wife. That's what I'd do with it.
Or Duke.
Now, this is the effects piece I was laughing about. I don't know if you looked at it, but I'm not going to bring it up on there. It's pretty rough. It's like, and it's part of their advertising. This looks pretty cool. It's a 112 scale Ghost Soldier action figure, $79. Now this, I like this a lot. 1/10 scale, 9.5 inches, which really it's a Tiger Man. You can work that.
They need to do an ultra realistic Thundercats line like that.
Oh, that would be nice.
Just have all the characters, but just be really like animalistic like that. That would be awesome.
That could be a good base for a custom Battle Beast.
Yes. That would it would be. And I'm not clicking on the other thing. For the channel, he sent me a picture of this thing. I was looking at this. Lord Diablo, Lord of Terror, and it looks great. I don't know. I think it's Photoshop. I don't think she actually has lights in her. Yeah, that's Photoshop.
No, it's not, sir. That's real.
I dig that. It's cool.
It's supernatural. It is imbued with actual hellfire
Zoids.
and glass.
It's just Zoids. Those are knockoff
Yep,
Zoids.
these are very much so. Mythos Nights Festival version link.
Yeah, it's Zoids, which is cool. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, there's a little monkey right there.
Yeah.
This one's clearly listed as a Zoid. Derek Karatome. Wait. What? Oh, that's cool. You can take the armor off, and it's a skeletal Zoid. To me, this is such a missed opportunity. Hasbro has not done this. When Hasbro, Takara, either. When Takara merged with Tatome, as they have these Zoids, and Takara had the Transformers, why have they not done a crossover line? It seems like a no-brainer. You know, we need screen these. I did hear that Arnold Schwarzenegger pays WB $1 a year to retain the license to his Freeze costume.
Huh.
He gets royalties every time anybody licenses out the Mr. Freeze look.
I mean, that's a good looking. That's a good looking figure.
Oh yeah.
Hell of a lot better than that shit McFarlane did.
Of course, it is 1/6 scale, so it's Hot Toys.
Well, that's true.
Now this I'm sure does light up because it's Hot Toys. Hot Toys makes some amazing pieces. So this is why I screen stuff, like on these import sites, they got some things you don't want to read on the screen. Oh, that's right. We're getting Fans Toys is doing their version of Sideswipe and Red Alert. So I just bought the DX9 Sideswipe. I was like, damn it.
Goontash.
And we're getting more pictures of their Constructicons. Oh, these look cool. These big ogres. I like these a lot. I have no idea how big they are. They are made by Betsy Toys. They make a lot of good figures. Pre-order, what's the full price? They're $80. Price without shipping. They're 25 centimeters. What's that in bald eagles? 9.84 in bald eagle measurements. It's a gorgeous piece. They do great paint, great figures. New to work.
Whoa.
Is that Warcraft?
Don't know if it's Warcraft or not, but it's Memory Toy. Yes, it is Warcraft. It is.
Wow.
These are $80.
That looks how much?
$80.
80? Ooh, man, it looks nice.
They're doing two versions, a flesh tone one and a blue tone.
I like the blue one better.
Yeah.
But man, $80. Woo.
Yeah, it's pricey.
Oh, and we're getting 1/12 scale Nemesis.
That would sell. I don't know how much it's going for, but I know it'll sell.
Well, let's find out. Full price, $74.
Oh, yeah, it'll probably sell.
More pictures? No more pictures.
How long I've been waiting
They
for
just got
this.
one picture.
I'm about to think for myself here.
What now?
Gambit.
What is that?
I heard Gambit.
What was that?
It's like, Duke, are you watching like Instagram videos?
Errol Dixon.
Daryl Dixon.
Errol Dixon.
Daryl Dixon.
Who's talking?
What?
Hello?
Someone's watching Deadpool Wolverine.
Not me. My TV's off.
We got the Jada Toys, Cyberpunk figures, 3362. They're in stock on Amazon. These are tempting. I like them, but they are tempting. And it's cool too that a customizer has gotten a really good customizer makes custom soft goods. Has gotten working with Jada Toys, Rebel 10 Customs. Robo mentions it a lot. We're doing like soft goods stuff, and she designed the soft goods for these figures.
Looks
You
good.
know what that chick right there, that one makes me think is that Jada Toys should do Bionic 6.
That'd be cool.
Who here remembers Bionic 6?
I remember Bionic 6.
Bionic 6.
I wouldn't mind seeing some bubblegum prices.
The figures were the show was good, and the figures were weird because they were basically like slightly larger G.I. Joe style figures as far as the articulation and everything, but they were made out of metal. They were made out of metal. It was weird. They weren't really known for like being durable though, because they were made out of pot metal and they would crack. but it was cool.
I'm not sure if this doesn't glow very well.
Figures that I like.
I will wager this does not glow very well.
I got blacklight diddle.
No.
Well, blacklight don't. It has to like charged up in regular light. Turn the lights off. Will it glow?
No, that's as bright as it glows right there. That's what you're seeing.
Wow.
How about that glow in the dark Parallax Hal Jordan? Don't glow.
Skipping on the glow powder.
This I mentioned for I think last week we saw the prototype, but I'm super excited for. We're finally getting a masterpiece G2 Megatron. They're showing off the working tank treads.
Oh wow!
Fans Hobbies has put this off for years, but I look at it this way. Yeah, I like to have this years ago, but they've made a lot of figures, learned a lot of stuff, so we're going to probably get a lot better figure than when they were released the first time. I want to see this in multiple color schemes.
Have they ever done a true like G2? And I'm not talking about back when G2 was, released in like 1990, 91, whatever the hell it was. But like in a modern figure, they've ever done like a modern G2 Optimus?
Yes.
They have? With like the chunkier head and the chunkier body and everything?
The Fans Hobbies actually did the laser rod off his prime.
Okay, cool.
G2. That's why I've been waiting for this forever, because I got the Optimus, I want the Megatron. And
now the question is, what's his color scheme?
I want the comic book color scheme.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The comic book color scheme was way better.
It was darker green, darker purple. He had blue face and stuff, light purple. I don't want the like crazy neon colors. I want the darker comic book colors. And we get they're doing another G.I. Joe vehicle. This is actually motorized too. The helicopter blade will actually spin. And they got
is that 1/12 or
1/12
3 3/4? Okay, yeah, that would be good for a Halo display too.
The original vehicle from Hasbro didn't have a canopy, so they're giving you an optional canopy. They want to do some few things to make it different, so they don't. So when they did their other vehicle, they had to make some changes where you can. It can be reconfigured to look like the G.I. Joe vehicle still, but they had to make some new parts. So plus they got a cease and desist because it looked too much like a G.I. Joe vehicle.
What was it? The Sky Shark that they made?
Yeah, that's what I think it was. Now, this is the standard like toy colors, that bright green.
Yeah.
So we get a little bit of the robot prototype, and I'm just hoping we get comic book colors. I commented that like several times on their posts, and people were liking it left and right. So yes, comic book colors. I never liked the purple face. I want the blue face. Lights. So turn the rotor on this one. Yeah. You don't spin.
Oh, it's never going to take off like that. It needs to.
No.
Yeah, it's just a neat little thing for them to do.
No, they
swap out the motor with a RC.
Now you can just imagine it's like your camera shutter is on the same speed as the helicopter rotor. Like see those pictures where it looks like the rotors are spinning.
Yeah.
And just imagine that's what's happening. The Advanced Hobbies makes high quality figures, so their stuff is really good. I'm looking forward to it. When's this dang thing on a release? They send it to like a bunch of reviewers. Still waiting for it to actually get official release. The Not Pit. Get the gray one. But hopefully we'll get to see that one soon. You sure you don't want frogs?
No.
Here's some customizer guys. Like I don't know. I don't know who he is or whatever, but
probably some loser.
I think he's trying to make some kind of cyborg, furry, Hulk-looking thing.
Somebody who's into furries.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a project I'm working on. It's like I said when I like the robotic arm, but I didn't like it was shorter than the other arm, so I ended up like cutting both on the forearm and the bicep using styrene rod, stretch it out. I've actually filled it up full of epoxy now, like not all the way to the level enough where I use Fix-It Sculpt for the structure. I go back with after that hardens, I'll use epoxy sculpt and sculpt on like the detail. Epoxy sculpts you can sculpt better finer detail with.
So what head are you going to use for that?
I've got that mammoth head I got, but I'm actually going to modify it. I made push molds of the current tusk and cut the tusk off, and I found some off Colts 3D where I can like print straighter ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make molds of the other ones and regraft them in where you can have 4 tusks coming out.
Oh, nice. I thought you were going to say you're going to do like cybernetic tusks where they're like lasers or something.
It's so we can have a warm meal.
There you go.
You got to have lightsaber tusks.
Yeah.
LED lights on those things. Man, that would be nice.
Now this one I'm making for a buddy of mine. Like he liked my Brickton, so he wanted a Brickton.
You're making me one of those? Oh. Honestly, if you ever put those into production, I would definitely like to buy one of those off you. Once they go retail, I would definitely buy one.
I am in talks with a comic book artist to do the first chapter of my story as a comic.
Well, I mean, if you got distribution for it, I'll carry some here at the store.
So
Hey, Jared, can you 3D print me a Nicolas Cage head?
I don't have the file. I'd have to file
it. Can you 3D print me an entire figure? I don't have the file. Can you just find it and do it? And then can you paint it for me?
Marvel's never done before, please.
And I'm gonna need you to paint it for me. And then if you can just go ahead and send that to me by next Friday, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yep.
So I can't pay you, but the exposure will be like
Minimal.
immense.
I mean, you'll get at least
all
2 new subscribers.
tens of views.
Look,
All tens of my subscribers will love
he
it.
cannot pay you in cash, but he can pay you in girly giggles.
Yeah.
There you go. I think I need a refund.
So the Monsters Horse figures we looked at, they're up for order now on Big Bad Toy Store. Oh, they're $36.99. I was thinking $32.99. I don't know where I got $32.99.
Lying to the audience like that.
I know. I'm horrible. I'm unreliable now, so.
Has been.
Unacceptable in today's day and age.
But still, $36.99. They're nice figures.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about figures that are doing, honestly, more than what G.I. Joe Classified does, and they're doing it for a little over $10 more a figure from a much, much, much smaller company.
Yeah.
So, hey,
and there's no licensing fee for G.I. Joe.
3D prints to see if he can get you one.
Oh yeah. I don't actually need one. I don't even have a Ghost Rider figure to put it on, so I just thought it would be funny if he could get me one and not JB one.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Matt,
and so the fellowship dissolves.
Yes.
Did anybody order the X-Force 2-pack?
I ordered a few for the store. I didn't order tons of them, but I ordered enough. I think it's going to sell very well, especially with they're coming out.
They're a little cheaper at 300 Hang on Air, so I just ordered it through there. They're like $5 cheaper.
I'll probably go pre-order after this.
Can I just defend someone, I'm sure, and just say the only version of X-Force I care about is the original version? Like, I don't.
Everybody has their favorites.
You have to like everything I like, or we can't be friends.
I don't care about the newer versions of X-Force. I just don't care.
Honestly,
I like the original. I'm still waiting for them to finish the original freaking 90s version. They haven't even come up with. We still don't have Feral. We need a more modern Sunspot. Mm-hmm. We've got Boom Boom. She's an okay figure. The Cable we got's good. We need Kane. We still don't have a Kane. We've got Shatterstar, and I love that figure. That Shatterstar figure is a good figure. I'm a fan of that one. We do have a Warpath, an original Warpath. We still don't have a good Cannonball. I'm sorry, but we don't. Yeah. We don't have a good Cannonball. There's a lot they need to do just with the original X-Force.
One from the 3-pack wasn't bad. At least he had
But
legs.
it wasn't good.
Now, this is one thing.
And he was in a 3-pack, so you can't get him.
Well, the
this
Richter
was
was
not
really
set
good,
for the
and so was that Cannonball. The Domino man. Oh, that head sculpt was horrid.
Yeah, the Domino figure was not good.
Yeah, that's why I passed on it. I'm like, nah, one of the main characters I'd like to have is an updated Domino. Just the head, just no.
Honestly, what I'd love to have more than anything, than any of these fucking versions of X-Force, is give me an original New Mutants. Where's my original New Mutants? You know?
I agree.
Like where's Danny? Where's Cypher? I mean, we have Warlock. We have the Warlock Build-A-Figure, my absolute hands-down favorite Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure of all time. I love that thing. But we have none of the other characters to go with Warlock.
Now, if I had this MPG Power Master Prime, I'd get this set. This upgrade the arms. The fact you can actually have the figure reach over and hold his gun properly.
Looks good. Well, gentlemen, it is that time of the night. It's great been hanging out with you the whole time this time. Can't wait until next week. But until then, until next time.
Unfortunately, I too have to leave. I will possibly get back on, but probably not.
Well, we'll be done in like 10 minutes anyway, so.
Yeah. All right. It's been good.
Have a good
Catch you later.
Hi, sir.
Sith. This is the Tiger we're looking at Ford War II scale. He's a little pricey. He's at $135. I didn't realize he cost that much.
Yeah, that's too much for a character I have no connection to and don't know who he is.
It's a gorgeous piece, well done. But it's the thing you need when you start charging a lot for figures. You need a fiction. You gotta have an emotional connection to it, or people won't spend that kind of money on something.
Jared, you wearing your hat backwards?
Yes, I am, because the overhead light shades my face.
Sorry, guys. I'm don't have my camera on because I'm driving right now. So
then why are you on here? It's not safe.
Because I heard because the little birdie told me Sith called me.
Anybody who would do a live chat while driving is an asshole, right, dude?
You're on speaker, by the way.
Daryl Dixon. So. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, whose fault are we on speaker?
Swear in front of my kids.
No, you called in to hear.
Oh, I know.
It's your responsibility to know who you're talking to. You know what happens on this show.
I know. Matt, did you get your power nap before your next show?
I did not get a power nap today, but I'm off work tomorrow, so I can sleep in.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now
wait, you have a day off?
I do have a day off. I have 2, as a matter of fact.
Congratulations.
Which is really good because while I was at work today, I started getting sick, which was so much fun.
And that sucked because I still remember the fact you were supposed to go do stuff with your wife tomorrow night. That's why they was going to.
I am, and I'm gonna pop a bunch of fucking Tylenol and go do it anyway because I'm not missing that. How often do you get to go to a Boys to Men concert? Like, come on. So,
ooh la la.
Boys to Men are getting pretty old, man. They ain't gonna be doing concerts much longer. So,
should it be like men to like old grandpas or something?
Yeah, they probably already have grandkids. I would imagine. So. They probably already have fucking grandkids, but I'm not missing that concert. But up until it's time to leave, I'm gonna fucking sleep as much as I can, and I've been sitting here popping vitamin C like a sumbitch. So I woke up this morning and I was like, my throat hurts a little bit, and then about halfway through work today, I was like, man, I'm feeling kind of achy. And then I got home and my wife's checking me. She's like, I think you got a little bit of a fever. She's like, you feel warm. And I was like, fuck. What a way to spend my weekend off. Fucking sick. I'm pissed off, man.
After like over 2 years, the Necronomicus wave from Mythic Legions is finally in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. I pre-ordered that Grim Reaper figure February, I think 26th of 2023, and it's finally hit my pile of loot and I hit ship on it. So I've been waiting on that damn thing for over 2 years. I wonder how long I'm gonna be waiting for that damn bear. I actually ordered a bear through the Olmsted Big Bad Toy
That's
Store.
what they should have named it. That damn bear.
That's
I
the
like
name
that.
of the
That's a great name.
That damn bear.
Well, I'm going to go, guys, since I'm driving. I'll hopefully be on next week if none don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see you guys.
Later, man.
We got some more Turtles of Power figures. It's in stock on the Big Bad Toy Store. I got this figure. This is like a multilingual pack restock. Why didn't they make this thing glow in the dark? It's such a missed opportunity.
Mental retardation from somebody at Mattel.
Yeah. Glow in the dark figures. And so this screams to be a glow in the dark figure. We got a new Kickstarter, like with Space Zombies. Big Bad Toy Store's got the figures on the pre-order. You get astronauts and the interchangeable parts. Where you can turn them into. For some reason, the zombie parts are blacked out here. The following notices for this crowdfunder disclaimer. Space Zombies.
I like that. I like anything zombies.
Yep. You should be able to find the Kickstarter. There we go. Well, it's a comic book, so it's.
Well, maybe BBTS has the exclusives to the toys. Then I guess
they do that with a lot of Kickstarters. They work if you contact Big Bad Toy Store, and if you're trustworthy, they'll put the pre-orders up too. That's one of the things that's been helping, like Kickstarter make it so where people will actually pre-order Big Bad's Toy Store within the last week of the Kickstarter. Big Bad will put their the orders up, and they'll give it like the Kickstarter big boost. So I think that is pretty much it. We got the Not Doctor Strange with the Cthulhu, G.I. Joe, and Hydra logo.
Dr. Crystal
Ball.
It just looks like evil Doctor Strange. So I mean,
yeah.
And I vaguely remember him from he was a 90s character, wasn't he? He wasn't original 80s. Like he might have been late 80s with the Dick cartoon. I can't remember when he first showed up, but yeah, he was.
Wave 1 J Toys. I think we looked at those last week.
Yeah, they look cool. I mean, if I gave a crap about, Scooby-Doo toys, they're good-looking toys. Jada's doing good stuff.
That's all I got.
Well, shit. I think we're done early.
We are. Then we bio break for your next show.
I can actually take a piss or something between shows.
Which I need to.
Instead of holding it for 3 hours straight.
Well, I think that's going to be it because I got to go.
Yeah, he's already doing the dance. So, all right. Well, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to go do my other show. Duke,
yeah,
you going to join me?
I sure will, man. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
I want to play some Left 4 Dead later. You want into that or no?
Maybe. We'll see. As long as my Tylenol keeps working.
All right, let's do it.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. I got to head out. I'll let you kill it.
Gentlemen, y'all have a great day.
Ninja vanish.